Alright, everybody, welcome to LZ Talk, and today we have a special guest named Avovan. He's a city boy from biggest city Jakarta that moved to the small town like Jombang. And Avovan, why did you decided to move from the biggest city Jakarta to Jombang, especially on Kabu?
The reason why I moved from Jakarta to Jombang is because I want to try a new things and new environments in my life. In Jombang, especially in Kabu, it's because my parent is from there.
Alright, so the big Jakarta city and Jombang, of course, have a different lifestyle. So, what challenge did you face when you live in Jombang, especially on your study?
Okay, so the challenge what I'm facing when I moved to Jombang, the first one is the language. Most of people in Jombang, especially in Kabu, where my home is, people use Japanese language. Firstly, when I newly arrived at Kabu, I didn't know nothing about Japanese language. So, to understand their language, which the Japanese language, I must daily listen to them and try to translate it. And the second is about culture. The culture in Jombang and in Jakarta is very different. In Jombang or in Kampung, they have a high manner to the. Oh, sorry. They have a high manner to same person, but more especially at older people. So, and the last is about religion. Majority of people in Jombang is a Muslim. I as a non-Muslim must try to get used to it to their culture, like Tangilan, for example.
Whether you got the discrimination from the other?
About discrimination, I don't get any discrimination. When most of people treat me like the same. People treat me like the same.
So next is, do you have a person that have a biggest impact on your decision to move, and how they support your overall journey?
The biggest impact of my decision to move from Jakarta to Jombang, the first one is myself, right? And who supporting me to my journey to move from Jakarta to Jombang is my sisters and my brothers. My sisters give me lunch money every 2 weeks to so I can go to the college, right? For like buying some gas for my motorcycle, or I buy food when in college, and they gave me some advice what to do when I'm in college, like how do you get friends and how do you manage to how to deal with some problems like that.
Alright, so lastly, in conclusion, how your experience when live in here? Is it a bad, or do you have fun new experience and new things that you mentioned in the early?
Okay, my experience when I moved here is not bad, but it's not good either. I think it's natural. Maybe it's natural. The first when I came here is like I'm very desperate because the first is I don't know the languages, I don't know how to socialize, etc. And then as the days passed, right? I try myself to communicate, even though I can speak Japanese. But I'm very glad. Every person can speak Indonesian. So when they speak Indonesian to me, and some other person talking with Japanese language, I ask them to translate and try to understand what the meaning of this word, Now, 1 year's passed, then I can now I understand maybe around like 50% or 60% of Japanese language, so I can communicate with the other person normally. So yeah, it's a good experience.
So, do you have any motivation or any suggestion for people out there that want to move from the biggest city to the small town like yours?
Maybe just a suggestion. If you want to move to another city, which the city that you don't know the language, try to try not to be depressed or desperate. Just try looking some new friends and try to communicate with them, even though you don't know the language. Try to communicate, and if you want to learn their language, try to ask them what the meaning of the word they say, right? And lastly, what I want to say is, if you want to move to a new place, don't be desperate and just follow the flow.
Alright, just that. Do you have any last word?
I think that's all. Thank you.
Alright, thanks Avovan. Thanks for joining us today and sharing your experience and your insight. And for our audience, thanks for watching and stay LZ.